Welcome back, it's Kevin the Time Crunched Triathlete, and if you have nerves and fear of open water swimming, this video is for you. I'm going to go through a few of my favorite tips and tricks on how to get more comfortable and faster in the open water. We're getting into race season, a lot of races are open water, and if you only swam in the pool, it can feel intimidating jumping into that open water. It can be cold, dark, just different. It's a foreign environment, and so a lot of people have nerves. I know my first open water triathlon race, I jumped in, 2 seconds before the gun went off, and I basically had what felt like a panic attack, and I had to stand up, wait for everyone to go, calm down, and then jump in. And that could have been fixed by, 2 simple things that I'm going to talk about now. The first, get in the water early. Whether it's practice, and you're going by yourself, going with a friend, or a race, get in the water early. Let your body feel what the temperature's like. Maybe take some into the wetsuit. Make sure you get your face wet. Even if it's just standing there, putting your face in the water and blowing some bubbles, that's really going to bring down the anxiety level and get your body used to the temperature, used to the water, and help you get over your fear factor. The second one is go with friends. Especially the first time. It's just going to make it more enjoyable. Don't have a workout in mind. Throw your watch in your bag and just go and try and learn to love open water swimming. Don't worry about what the workout is. Don't worry about pacing. Just say, I'm going to swim 10 minutes open water. Or I'm going to swim 20 minutes open water. Or I'm going to swim to that end of the lake and back. And just get comfortable. Get those reps in the water and you can get over that fear very, very quickly. A lot of races that have open water swims, they also have training sessions. So you can go, a week before or 2 weeks before, and they run little seminars on getting used to open water swimming. So make sure you take advantage of that as well. The other thing is you can buy Spoonboys now, and they're basically little inflatable buoys, and I can't find mine. It's somewhere in the house, but it clips around your waist, and there's a big orange buoy that floats behind you. And the great thing is it lets boaters see you. If you get in trouble out there, it's easy for people to spot you. And it also is a buoyancy device. So if you're getting tired or cramp or getting a bit panicky, you just pop up, hold on to that, and it's like holding on to a bit of a rubber dinghy. It's going to help you float. So a few great tips there just to help you get over that initial fear of the water. The other thing is a lot of open water swims are going to be wetsuit legal, especially for amateurs, people like us. And when you get to wear a wetsuit, it's a bit of an equalizer because it's buoyant. So for those of us who drag our legs when we swim, myself included, the wetsuit helps us to float a little bit more. It also keeps us warmer, and psychologically for me, I feel like I'm in a bit of a superhero suit and I have a bit more protection against the elements. So if it's going to be a wetsuit legal swim, definitely pick one up, borrow one from a friend, you can rent them. But again, it's that extra layer of help that's just going to bring down that level of anxiety and help you have a more fun swim. The final note is a lot of people think, I'm not a great pool swimmer, so I can be an even worse open water swimmer. And that's not the case. And I'll be frank here, from my own perspective, a lot of good pool swimmers aren't great open water swimmers, and myself, I'm a much better open water swimmer than pool swimmer. So when I swim with my master's program, I'm not with the fastest people, but when we go into the lake, I'm often beating them. And so there's lots of technique and tips and tricks you can use open water to help bridge that delta between you and faster swimmers. And so one of them is sighting. Right? When you're in a pool, you don't need to sight. You just look at the black line on the bottom of the pool. But a lot of really good swimmers, they get in the lake and they get a bit disorientated and they're swimming like this and doing extra. If you can just swim straight, that's going to save you a lot of time. And every swim I do, whether it's in the lake, well obviously in the lake, but in the pool as well, I work on sighting. So I'll do 100 meters and every 3 strokes, I'll just bring my head up, practice sighting in the pool and put it back down. So that when I get to the summer, I get to those races and open water swimming, it's not a shock for me to have to sight. And that's been a big advantage for me. The other one we talked about is swimming straight. And so if you can make sure you're swimming straight, that's going to save you a lot of distance as well. So that's a bit of sighting, it's a bit of technique. But if you can get those two down, and your race is 1,500 meters and you swim 1,500 meters, you can have a lot more energy and be a lot faster than people who were offline, couldn't sight, and who ended up swimming 1,600, 1,700, 1,800 meters. And it's not unusual to see people do a lot of extra swimming. The other one is getting used to pack swimming. A lot of good pool swimmers are used to having their 2.5 meter lane to themselves and not having to share it. Triathlon swimming isn't like that, right? If you're way at the front or way at the back it is, but if you're in the middle, there's people around you. So practice that skill in the pool. Practice drafting off people. Make sure they're your friend and they know you're going to do it, but have a friend go right on their feet and practice swimming right on their feet. So you're entering the water just behind their feet, you're getting used to the draft. Swim shoulder to shoulder with a friend. Just get used to having someone next to you. And that way when you're in the open water, it's not going to feel foreign, you're not going to have as much anxiety, and it's going to help you swim faster. Those pure pool swimmers may have some more trouble with that. The last one is technique. And this may be a little bit controversial, but I don't think the perfect pool technique translates to open water. When you have the nice high elbow and the fingers over and in, that works great. But a lot of times with open water, you have chop, you have wind. And so most of us amateurs don't have that perfect high elbow entry anyways. And I think, with the variable conditions of open water, it takes away some of that advantage that really sound technical swimmers have. So certainly technique's crucial, but I don't think it's as crucial open water as it is in the pool because you have the waves and the chop. So I think it's more important to be comfortable with those. And you see a lot of open water swimmers now, they have much more of a flat arm coming around. So hope that's helpful. Just a few tips to hopefully make your open water swimming more enjoyable. Get in early, get wet, get the face wet. If you can wear a wetsuit, borrow one, buy one, rent one. And don't worry so much about where you compare to pure swimmers. Work on the sighting, work on your line, work on swimming next to people and around people, and it's going to make up a lot of speed for you when you get in the open water. Hope that helps. Drop me a comment with any questions. Happy to chat triathlon, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.